Hey guys, I'm coming at you from a new location. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I have been obsessed with my mom's new egg chair contraption. I don't know what it's actually called, but I decided to film today out here because I just really like it and it's really calming and relaxing. And I have my Starbucks and we're just gonna, we're gonna dive right into prayer journaling. That's what I'm talking about today. I have my prayer journal with me. It's my most current one. And yeah, let's get into it. So something I want to talk about is the importance of prayer journaling. So I know a lot of people struggle with prayer because it's such like a hard thing. Like you feel like you're talking to nobody and it's really hard sometimes to get the words out. So prayer journaling allows you to feel like you're not so much talking to yourself. I feel like you feel like you're just writing, and it helps you sometimes if you can't like get the words out. It's easier to write, at least it is for me. Again, this is all personal. Like I don't know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's totally fine. But for me, prayer journaling has totally changed my prayer life. It made it so much easier to be able to communicate with God in that way, and it's awesome because you can look back on it. It's just, I highly recommend it. So how do you start prayer journaling, you might be asking? So it's different for everyone. I'm not a super artistic person. I was not gifted in that ability, so mine is pretty basic. What I do is I start out just with I write the date at the top so I know the date. Then I write a little summary of my day, what's on my mind, all that. Some days it's a really long summary, some days nothing really interesting happens, so I don't say too much. Then I say about a couple things that I'm thankful for. It's usually like, there's some like ones that repeat, like family, friends, blah blah blah, but then I try to have a lot that pertains specifically to that day so I don't just like get caught in like the usual, think, oh wow, my hair just did a crazy thing, what just happened? Anyways, I don't just get caught up in like, thank you for my mom, thank you for my dad, thank you for Jesus, blah 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 blah. All those things are good things to thank God for, but I try to think specifically about that day. Even if I had the worst day ever, I still try to look for something positive that happened and thank him for it in my prayer journal. The next thing I do is I ask for what I'm like, talk to him about what I'm praying for, like whether it be someone I know that's sick or a test I have. I write a couple of those down. One thing I try to do is I never want my thank you section to be shorter than my ask for section because I want to stay positive. And that's just me. If you have a lot going on, that's amazing. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you can like list as much as you need, but also try to look on like the bright side because God has blessed you in so many ways, and I think that's important to focus on in your prayer journal. So I'm going to show you a couple examples of my own prayer journal. This day was just the first one I had in this journal that I'm in right now, and as you can see, it doesn't look like it was the best day for me. I had a panic attack, but I still had lots I was thankful for, and I do have a prayer section, but yeah, and it's interesting because, like I said, I like to look back on it and see, like, and I had a panic attack because I was stressed about school and knowing if this was the right college for me, and now I know that it is the right college for me, and I can look back on it and see, wow, you've come a long way, God really did have a plan and all that, and yeah, and then, like, there's some days that are longer, like, this was a longer day, and, like, it's just every single day, like, just something that you can, like, look back on and see how God has shown up. I don't typically talk about my, like, devotionals I'm doing. I do that in a different notebook. This one's more like my journal for, like, my days and stuff, not so much my, like devotionals and stuff. I have a different notebook for that, and I'll do a different video on that. But this journal is just your way of seeing how far you've come and seeing how your faith has grown and seeing just how God continually works in your life. I can't recommend this enough. It's changed my prayer life. I used to struggle with prayer so much because I just felt like I was beating my head up against the wall and that no one was listening to me. And now, like, being able to look back and see like wow, I've really grown, or wow, God really showed up in this situation, or wow, I was in a different place in my life, or whatever it is. Like, prayer journaling just allows that. And like with just normal prayer, you can't really see that. I guess, I mean, you can remember, like, oh, I remember praying for this, but it's different. I feel like for me, like, I'm a very visual person. To be able to visually see that, I really enjoy that. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really recommend doing it. Once you start, you can't stop. It's so great. I've been doing it for 3 years probably now, faithfully, and it's so great. And if you struggle with anxiety, like I said in my last video, it's awesome because it lets you leave your worries from the past day in the past day, and it's great. Recommend it. Get a cute notebook. My friend got me this one and I love it. And don't have to get anything special. Just any notebook, even if it's just a plain piece of paper, and start writing your prayers, guys. It'll change your life. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.